everyone, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm John, and I'm in danger.
What? Oh, right, you are, yeah.
I'm kinda sorta in the path of a hurricane, and I'm sure that I'm going to be okay. I'll get into that in a moment. Rose, you are with me.
Hi, yes, I'm here too. I'm familiar with your danger because one of my girlfriends lives in Miami, so they are also hunkering down. Seems scary.
Yeah, I'm definitely more worried for people on the coast. Like my parents are on the coast. I know Michael, our old friend of the show there, who used to be on all the time. Michael, he's on the coast too. I'm pretty sure. I'm not. I'm probably gonna be okay. It kind of depends on how things go. Just kind of depends on if it like slows down getting close to me because I'm more inland. I'm in Orlando, but I hope everyone's safe. I hope just in general, like hurricane season's always rough, and you know just let's all be safe together. Let's all work together. Let's all be safe together. Um, but that's what matters is just a little safety. Um,
Yep.
so, other than worrying about a storm, what's good and what's going on in video games?
I mean, there's been a storm, right? We're not gonna get too far into that stuff, but
It's
we
been
could get
very
into some of that stuff if you want. If you wanted to talk about the continuing adventures of Iron Fury.
yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of some pretty rough stuff that went down. Just in general in video games. I don't think we're really equipped to talk about a lot of it, but I think at the very least we can touch on the goings on with Voidpoint and Ion Fury, because I done did a review of that game, and it's a good game. I'm just gonna say it again, it's a good game. Um, and I do feel bad for at least some of the people that worked on that game. To bring up another friend of the show, another ex-host. I know Steven. It was really into like the classic first-person shooter genre. Like he knows people and he talks to people and he follows a lot of people. And he like knows for a fact that at the very least a handful of people at Voidpoint do give a shit and are like upset about what's going on. But the most like upfront person, like one of the founders, is the problem here. So I guess to go over everything that went down, Ion Fury came out and it was good and everyone gave it a good review. And a couple of days later, might have been like 2 days after the game came out, or like even a day after. It was really close. Someone posted on Reset Era that the one of the founders, who goes by, I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to give the guy more fucking cred. So just one of the founders, I'm just gonna say, was just being a complete piece of shit, incredibly transphobic, just a rancid individual. And so after that came out, there was also some other things from the game dug up. If you no clipped in a certain place, I don't know exactly where. There was a weird random message that had the F slur in it. It was just like a bunch of random words, but it had the F slur in it. And then there's a like shampoo bottle in the mall, because there's a mall that you walk around and it's very Duke Nukem, where there's just a bunch of dumb signs and it's just like, it's stupid. But one of the shampoo bottles just says "Oh gay" on it instead of "Olay," and like of all the jokes, of all the things in this, that is the tiniest little thing. Like, it's not that good of a joke, but it's also like, I feel like that's something that like I would have seen just like a gay person just say something like that, be like, when I use Olay, it's
Yeah.
okay now. Like
That's
like,
not even the problem, it's the other one. Like,
yeah, like there are bigger problems here. So once all that came out, Voidpoint and 3D Realms, because 3D Realms published the game, they had an apology. 3D Realms was explicitly saying, like, from now on, we will not work with anyone who does things like this. From now on, we are going to write in our contracts that if anyone that we are working with is found to be doing anything like this, the contract will immediately be null and void. And we are also going to have VoidPoint donate $10,000 of their profits to the Trevor Project, which that is a pretty big apology. Like, they are saying, like, this sucks, we are going to remove it, we are going to have the people involved go through sensitivity training, which, you can argue about how effective that is, but at the very least, they covered all their bases. And at the very least, it seemed like 3D Realms, at the very least, seemed like they gave a shit. If they're putting in their contracts like, hey, we're going to terminate the contract if you're going to say anything awful, that's something. Couple days later, VoidPoint's co-founder, the same dude, again, not going to name his name, he does not deserve the clout, posted on the Steam forums that they are not going to be censored. They are saying we are going to stake our claim and we're not going to change things. So for a second it was like, wait, you're going to keep the slur and you're going to just be okay with all the... So all they're doing is they are keeping the shampoo. They are keeping the gay.
It's so like, okay, guys, what a weird fucking hill to, like it's just weird.
Even, like, honestly, if they hadn't said anything, I don't think anyone would have really cared. People would have just been like, alright, whatever, guys. And then, from what I've gathered, they were also just talking about changing it to a reference to the Perry Bible Fellowship, just making it Scub, which, like, that's kind of hokey, but it's at least, like, a little bit better than just, oh, gay. So, 3D Realms also said to Jason Schreier on Kotaku, here's their quote, "A portion of our community made it loud and clear they felt removing oh gay was censorship and should be protected by free speech."
AKA, a bunch of dudes on 4chan told me that I wasn't wrong, basically. Like, they told me that I was right.
Yeah, like, this is just a big mass reporting thing from dudes that have no life, like mass emailing and mass commenting on VoidPoint stuff, and then the VoidPoint guy gathered it all up because, again, he has no life, and brought it to 3D Realms and said, hey, this is important to them. And so 3D Realms was like, alright. I mean, it sucks that they said yes, but it sucks even more that these people give that much of a shit about a fucking, like, third grader joke. Like, that's something that, like, I would have said when I found out what gay meant for the first time when I was little. I was like, that's a different word. That's funny. That's not what an adult should find funny. That's just dumb. So, of course, this is very much just a bunch of transphobes and homophobes trying to say that they win. Yes.
Yeah.
We won this round. We get to keep the shampoo. And when we keep the shampoo, that means that, in a way, we're still winning because of the F-slur and the transphobia. That's them trying to win. 3D Realms is still saying that they're going to have sensitivity training or whatever the fuck. And VoidPoint is still saying that they're going to donate to the Trevor Project, but I have checked with the Trevor Project pretty recently. I mean, I guess we could try again soon, but since I checked with them, they have not gotten that money. So this is just stupid. It's just stupid. So I'd say just, if you want to play this game, it's a good game. Just figure it out. That's all I'm going to say. Just figure it out, because these people do not deserve your money. I do feel really bad for the people that worked on this game that are being dragged around by the bad people here, by the bad players, specifically the main dude that's pulling this shit. I feel really, really bad for all these, like, artists and developers that are basically just getting dragged through by this guy trying to set up his Rantsona Patreon here. Because that's what it feels like he's doing. So, yeah. Hope you have a good time on friggin' Ben Shapiro's podcast, you piece of shit. Like, that's basically what this guy wants to do. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's that story. Yeah, I'm pretty much done talking about that one. But, you know, c'est la vie. I really wish that this didn't happen, because
I feel like everyone does, right? Like, people who are excited for it. Is it Build Engine? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's the Build Engine.
Yeah.
like people like there's me and like Steven was super into it, and like there's like big YouTubers who are like chill, like that LGR guy is like super into these games, and he like made like a really great video just like talking about how much he loves it, and he was like talking about, oh, I'm gonna keep making videos, I'm gonna like do like level editors, like he's so excited for it. And it's like he's not gonna do that now, you know? Like there's all kinds of people that are excited. There's there's women that are excited that there's a lady like classic FPS character finally. Like, you know, there's a bunch of fans of this stuff that they're like, yeah, this is cool. And now it's just tarnished because of this fucking asshole. Like, just shitty. This guy needs to go away, and hopefully 3D Realms actually learns some shit from this and realizes that like these assholes are never going to be happy, and they also need to remember that this genre was founded on shooting Nazis, and we all need to remember this and not kowtow to them. That is what should happen. That is what Duke would want. Okay? If we're going to think about Duke Nukem here, there are multiple instances in literature, in the Duke Nukem book, in the Duke Nukem
the fucking Duke Nukem
internet
book.
The Duke Nukem Does the Internet book, he specifically talks about how much he hates like Nazi trolls on Usenet forums. So he would still hate Duke Nukem. I'm just imagining Duke on Twitter just being like, damn, I fucking hate these guys on here. I'm so sick of Jack. Ugh.
Do you think Duke would be like that guy in the episode of Cromartie High School who has his own webpage and he's always getting really mad about the troll on his forums or whatever? Like, do you think he'd be like that?
Yes, but I think Duke would also just like actually go to that guy's house with like a gun and just like threaten him. That's what Duke would do. Because Duke has like connections to the government. Duke would just like call up the president and be like, tell me where this guy's house is. I'm gonna go yell at him. That's what would happen.
Well, you heard it here because we own Duke now. So
yeah, we do.
We may as well. We do more with him than they do.
Yeah, we do. In the end, he was in the comics. In the comics that came out around Duke Nukem Forever, he goes back in time to fight the Nazis, and then before he goes back to the modern day, he shows up in Hitler's bunker and scares him into killing himself. That's what fucking happens in canon.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sucks ass. It's so bad. But it's also really good. Which is how I feel about Duke Nukem and how I feel about Ion Fury. But now it's like, it's not there. Now I can't just enjoy it like a dumb bullshit. It's
the wrong kind of bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how that is. I like, hopefully it's over. It's probably not over. Like, this guy's gonna keep drumming shit up forever, probably, but we'll see. Rose, do you want to talk about something nice, or do you want to keep wallowing?
We should talk about something nice, break the pace a little.
Okay.
They announced the Mega Man Zero collection. I just want to talk about this right now because it's like also news stuff. And I fucking love Mega Man Zero. Have you ever played Mega Man Zero, John?
Yes, I have. I have the DS collection, which I guess I'm never going to touch ever again.
Yeah. I remember I ended up borrowing that from my friend a couple years ago, and then I was just like, oh, I don't want to play this on the DS. For me, at least, I was just like, I don't know, on the 3DS, I guess, rather, because you know how that fucks up the resolution.
You can fix the resolution if you. I think if you press if you hold select or something when the game starts, then
it looks fucked up. Like
it does kind of look fucked up.
Listen, you and I have homebrewed our 3DSs, right? Listen. So you know how good like the fucking GBA emulator stretches it out. Fucking fuck off that Nintendo can't do the same thing. Like that really gets me. That really gets my goat. Ugh. Anyways, good thing. So they announced a collection. It's the Mega Man Zero collection. It's basically the same thing. Like it has the first 4 Mega Man Zero games, but this time it also has ZX and ZX Advent Children.
It's just Advent. It's not Advent Children. You Final Fantasy.
I say
weeaboo.
Advent Children every time. Okay,
you fucking
it's fine.
Weeaboo.
Yeah. Anyways, it has Advent. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever played the ZX ones?
I have not. Which I'm looking forward to playing
you'll love
those.
them. They're great. They're like almost more like a Metroidvania kind of. But like not like really, like not all the way, but it's like open world map style stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Zero kind of flirted with that, you know?
Yeah, it did, definitely.
Flirted with that.
I never finished Advent. I'll probably do that now. It's going to be on. This is going to be on the Switch, PS4. Oh no, is it just PS4 right now? I think they said Switch and Xbox. Yeah,
it's on like everything. I just forgot to update the article because I was
oh no, it's fine.
I was very busy. Okay,
I know it was. Yeah,
I just started classes.
Oh, don't worry.
I just started classes and there's a hurricane coming. So
don't worry. You don't need to rationalize.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, like it has like the usual like the stuff that was in the Legacy collections. I'm really glad the Legacy collection stuff keeps continuing. I hope it keeps continuing. Battle Network, because they put out the Battle Network stuff on the Wii U, which is fucking funny that they put it out on the Wii U. But like,
there was a lot of really good GBA games on the Wii U.
Yeah, and now what?
Yeah,
like I really hope that they keep doing stuff with this, because this is great. I never would have expected them to do this again, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the Mega Man Zeros are very dark horse Mega Man games.
And they weren't even actually made by Capcom. They were like Inti Creates. So yeah. Yeah, I'm really, really hoping that, because there's like 3 more batches of Mega Man games that they could do, and like all 3 of them are like the really weird ones that they probably, like, if they do them, I'm gonna flip out. It's like Battle Network, Legends, and then the Game Boy ones, like those really crappy Game Boy.
Well, hey, don't forget Star Force.
Well, I kind of feel like they would, like, if they're gonna put ZX along with Zero, I think they would put Star Force with Battle Network.
I guess so. The Star Force games are not very good.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna tell you. I played all of them, and it was just like, not enough people capitalize on Battle Network's combat. This one's for you, Wheels, out there listening to this podcast. This one's for you. No one capitalizes on the Battle Network combat, which is really cool and like strategic and like really unique for a JRPG, I guess. And Star Force like literally just like completely threw it all away. Like, do you know what it's set up like?
Isn't it like more like back and forth
behind the back?
Yeah, that's so weird.
And you just move left and right, and that's it.
That's like, that's lame.
It sucks. It's so lame. It's like the lamest thing ever. Like, why even have the grid at that point? It's an insult.
Yeah. But I could definitely see. The thing is like, you're saying that they shouldn't even bother with Star Force, but like they put out all the X games, like all those later X games,
Hey, Command Mission, won't hear ill of it.
I'm just saying, if they do a big collection, they should do everything. Don't skip out.
Have you ever played Command Mission?
No.
I implore you to at least seek out an LP at some point, because nobody knows what that game is about, and it's like about like robo-racism.
Aren't most Mega Man things about robo-racism?
It's like super bizarrely about that, though. Like, there's side quests Mega Man has to go on about like shit. Like, it's really something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, my dream is a Legends collection, just because. I mean, that one would be really easy because it's 3 games. But God, I would love that. Especially, it's a fucking pipe dream. But if they did in there put that like prototype edition, like demo for 3 in that collection as well, I would absolutely love that. But I don't know. I really don't know. It seems like they are just using these legacy collections to gauge interest in making new ones, because like 11 came out because the first legacy collection sold well. They're doing that like mobile X game with X, and there's all those like rumors that they're making X9. And so I bet they just, if this sells well, they'll just be like, yeah, Inti Creates, make another Zero game. Who cares? Like, go ahead. And then if they make a Legends one, then,
yeah,
maybe he can get off the moon.
No, he can't get off the moon.
Well, at the very least, then maybe Roland Tron can go up to the moon. Okay.
Yeah,
something can happen here.
I'm hopeful for Capcom. I mean, we got fucking the Resident Evil Outbreak tease, basically, like for like we don't know if it's that for sure, but it sure looks like it. Like, listen, I was saying it to someone else, but like, fucking, you tell me that there's going to be a Resident Evil Left 4 Dead basically in the RE2 engine in 2020 or whatever the fuck, and like that sounds good to me. I don't know, that sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah, just look at Capcom this year. Like, just Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, that's great.
They're in a Monster Hunter is doing amazing over
They
here.
made
Like,
Mega Man 11 and it was pretty good.
yeah.
Like, they made it. That's the thing.
They
made it.
Yeah, Capcom made Mega Man 11. They didn't just give it to someone else. Capcom made Mega Man 11 in-house. That's something. So yeah, I'm excited. I think this is just smooth sailing for Capcom. Sounds good. Speaking of more collections, this is just a really wild thing that's going on. All of a sudden, there was a GameStop managers conference, which I guess is a thing that happens.
Oh, I mean, like, how else do you get those people to keep sticking around? It's the same way you get all gamers to stick around with con hype, you know?
Yeah, I guess. So they announced a little collection, which is gonna be by Digital Eclipse. So there's going to be something to this, but it's being published by Nighthawk Interactive. It is a collection of all of the versions of The Lion King, the like Super Nintendo Genesis Lion King, and then most of the versions of Aladdin. So it's going to be out on Switch, PS4, PC, and Xbox. There's going to be like rewinds and saves and level select and like that thing where you can just like let the game play and then you can like pause and just jump in whenever you want. All of that stuff. So it's going to have, for the Lion King, it's going to have Genesis, Game Boy, Super Game Boy, and Super Nintendo. And then for Aladdin, it's going to have Genesis, Game Boy, and Super Game Boy, but not the Super Nintendo version. So
I don't know what the difference is. The Super Nintendo one considered the good one or the bad one?
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you this. Okay, so there's a lot of contention. This is like if you are into retro games, this is like the kind of shit that like if you bring this up, people will start yelling at each other.
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of thing.
Okay.
The Genesis version of Aladdin is made by like Shiny Entertainment, so it's like an Earthworm Jim game. That should explain how I feel about that game.
That's the one I played because I had a Genesis as a child.
Well, there you go. The Super Nintendo version was made by Capcom, and it was just a good side scroller. So, again, the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin is the good version.
Did Capcom make Goof Troop?
Yes.
Okay, then it's probably good.
Shinji Mikami is the Resident Evil guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yes, he worked on Aladdin and Goof Troop. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those were like his first games. So, they are good games. The other neat thing, though, is that there is a new Final Cut version of Aladdin that fixes some like bugs in the Genesis version, which is pretty cool. Huh. And then they are also adding a version of Aladdin from a trade show. I don't know if it was like E3 or like TGS or not TGS. Just like from a trade show. It's just the '93 trade show demo of Aladdin, which that's just neat that they're having that in there. I don't know, like it seems like a really good collection for what it is, but they just couldn't get the rights to Super Nintendo Aladdin because it's a Capcom game. So I get it. It's just such a bummer. If you're into those games, if you liked the Genesis version of Aladdin, this is your package. This is good for you. But if you're just into the Super Nintendo version of it, it's not here. It's just Aladdin. It's just Super Nintendo.
Homebrew something.
Yeah, just figure something out. Download the ROM. Hell, I'm pretty sure the cart for that is probably not that expensive. It's a fucking Disney game. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that is like that, but should we keep doing news, or do you want to talk about some games that you played?
Yeah, we can do news. If you just want to just keep the train rolling.
Sure.
There's a lot of news.
Yeah.
Want the big one? Want to do the big one?
Sure.
To us, anyways?
Yeah.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Me too.
You can explain what it is, but I'm very into it.
As am I. So Yakuza 7 was more detailed, I guess. It is called Yakuza Like a Dragon over here, which is basically
Whereabouts of Light and Darkness in Japan.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it being called Yakuza Like a Dragon is just like how they called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That's just the Japanese name. Which I kind of think it would be...
It's good.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It would have been kind of funny if they had called it like a Dragon Yakuza in Japan, like they did with Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talked about all that stuff. They talked about the new character Ichiban Kasuga. The story is that he goes to jail for 18 years, taking the fall for his boss, and he's just completely abandoned. And his old boss tries to kill him. He escapes to Yokohama. And that is where the story starts off. But the really wild thing about this game is, if you recall, April 1st, there was an April Fool's joke showing Yakuza 7 as a turn-based RPG. That was not a joke. Yakuza 7 is a turn-based RPG.
It sure is. Specifically because the director loves Dragon Quest and got permission from the Dragon Quest director to...
Yeah,
I saw that wrinkle, which is the weirdest thing ever.
Well, they not only did that, but he got permission from the Dragon Quest director to have Ichiban's favorite game be Dragon Quest. Like, he talks about Dragon Quest in the game. So, yeah.
To be fair, that's like every anime character. Like, I don't know, like...
I mean,
if you're,
yeah.
like...
I just caught up on Dr. Stone, and they mentioned Dragon Quest like 7 times. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. There's gonna be still some, like, active things that you can do. They didn't really go into the details of, like, who's gonna be in your party. They showed just, like, some really generic, like, people going around with you. They might just be, like, your friends that you gather throughout the game, and then you can add them to your party. But I'm down. I'm down for something new. And hell, they even said, like, if people don't like this, we will just go back to the original gameplay. We just wanted to try something new. So, yeah, sure. Let's try something new. And if it doesn't work, we can go back. That's fine.
I'm, like, really into... I've seen people be mad about... I mean, people will be mad about anything, so, yeah. Like, whatever. But, like, I'm very baffled by it, because the thing with Yakuza is... the nitty-gritty, like, brawler combat of Yakuza isn't why I or anyone I know likes Yakuza. It's, like, all the stuff around it, right? Like, sub-stories, the mini-games, the story, like... It's so weird to me that people are getting, like, so, like, defensive about...
I mean, like, the combat in Yakuza isn't, like, amazing, but it's not bad.
It's not bad, no, but...
I feel like that's why people are at least a little worried, because, like, if the combat in this game is bad, then it's like, it was fine before, and now you're making it bad. Like, I can see people being worried about that.
How can you go wrong with, like, just...
Yeah, it's turn-based RPG combat. It's not going to be that bad.
Like, I think, especially with, like, how wild they got with heat moves and stuff over the years, like, a game where you're basically just doing a million heat moves or whatever instead sounds, like, really good. Because they were saying, like, oh, yeah, you do stuff that involves the environment and attacks and stuff like that, like, wherever you are. And, like, that sounds good. Like, yeah, like, I'm into it. As long as, like, everything else that makes a Yakuza game is there, I'm, like, totally into it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, our new hero is gonna have a lot to live up to with Kiryu, you know. And honestly, I am gonna say, thematically, I like the RPG thing. I like that this new guy needs to get help, because he's not Kiryu. He's not this legendary character with all this, like, power. This makes him more of, like, a guy, like, just a person here. He's not the Dragon of Dojima. He is a guy right now. So if they end up not liking this, and then it goes on to be just him fighting, then at the very least they could write it so, oh hey, after the last game, he's way more powerful, and he's got all the magic powers that Kiryu does, so now he's just gonna kick everyone's ass by himself, because now he's super strong. They can at least have that be like that, how it is. I don't know.
It looks cool.
Yeah, that's fine. How about, do you wanna go back to maybe something a little more...
Sure, I'll start by saying the, what happened with Starbound recently.
Yeah.
Because we're choosing what topics we talk about, because a lot has happened this last week, and we're erring on the side of stuff that's not, like, this won't harm anyone if we talk about it necessarily as much. So with Starbound, a couple people, more than a couple, like a few people have come out now to talk about how the development of Starbound was basically run entirely off of like a 4 exposure thing. Which is like, nice, guys, because that game made a lot of money. Yeah, like the origin of it all was a like tweet thread by someone who was saying like, yeah, I was 16 and Chucklefish was just like, yeah, work on this, we won't pay you, it's just for like get your name out there. And after they said that, a bunch of people came out, like people who had worked on Starbound mods were told like that Chucklefish kept trying to be like, oh, can we put your mod and make it a core part of the game? We won't give you any money or anything, but like whatever. And then like just trying to set up a bunch of contracts. They tried to hire a composer off of the thing of like, oh yeah, it's good for exposure or whatever. And then like when the composer said like, absolutely not, are you kidding me? They responded with, oh, well, all of these other people are working for exposure. Are you saying you're better than them? And stuff like that. Like, it's just bad. It's a bad scene.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm glad that this stuff is coming out, I guess, over time. Like, yeah, like this has been known for a while, apparently, is the biggest thing. Like, there were stories like years ago about this stuff happening, but it just sort of got swept away. But now there's like a lot more people than just one talking about it. It's a real bummer, though. I didn't play much of Starbound, I will say, but like, no, like the thing is with like Minecraft, right? That was like, it built it up over time, right? Like from like small scale to large scale. But with like, and same thing with Terraria, where it was like just a small dev team, right? And it's like this being like, it started out as a small project and then like a company grabbed onto it and stuff. Like, ugh, that's so gross that they then just started like grabbing people to do free shit. Like, especially because that game had such a long development. I don't know if you remember, but like it was in development for like, it was in early access for like 4 years or something. Yeah. And like the idea that like with all of the money they had from when it launched in like fucking 2013, and they couldn't fucking pay people is like that. It's bad. It's real bad.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least that's all coming out. It's
yeah. I hope more of this, like, I'm glad to see more and more people, like, realize that this stuff is happening. Specifically, like, I've seen a lot more people recently realize, like, when big companies do things that are like, oh, like, Monster Hunter, for example, where they're like, oh, design a weapon or whatever, and we'll put it in the game. And it's like, that's basically just taking advantage of free labor. Like, I'm glad more people are realizing that that's, like, totally a bad thing, and you should not just, like, fall for it. Because it's really bad. Like, if they're gonna do something like that, it should be paid. Like,
absolutely.
And the only other thing I have to talk about is that WoW Classic exists, and it's like as bad as I said it would be for months. They really did just. So something that was getting me in the lead up to it is I knew that this was going to be bad, right? I kept saying it over and over again, like, oh, this is going to be bad, this is going to be bad. Like, the thing that really got me is at one point someone from, like, I think it was either IGN or it was Eurogamer, talked to Blizzard about, like, WoW Classic coming out, and they said, like, oh, so are you inspired by old school RuneScape? Because I don't know if you know anything about how old school RuneScape is run, but they, like, basically put up the old server as it was vanilla or with like a couple of like modern enhancements or whatever from 2008 or 6 or something. Just put it at that. But then over time they built up on it and like added features that weren't there, added new original content that suited like what that game was like at the time and stuff like that. And like really like helped build it into its own thing. And it was cool. It's like they're doing a great job with it. Everyone likes it for the most part. Like they do like a really good job. Blizzard's response was, I don't know what old school RuneScape is.
Great.
Like, that was the dude who was in charge of the project, and it's like, wow, that's great. Okay. And then when they explained it to them, they were like, no, we want to keep it the classic experience. And it's just like, right now we're in the zeitgeist phase where a lot of people are still like, oh no, this is great. I keep seeing articles that pop up that are like, oh wow, the community of WoW Classic. And I'm like, yeah, I love the community of WoW. They're always great. But like, they did absolutely nothing to like modernize that game or like streamline any of the problematic elements. Like, the way that game is designed from a class balance standpoint, like half of the classes in the game are completely unplayable. Like they can't even do the raids or anything. Like when you have a raid set up, you have to bring fucking water people or whatever, like ice mages, to do a bit more damage against the fire end, because the only raid is the fire raid, and elements matter and stuff like that. Because this was a crazy sandbox game. Like nothing. It's just a bad scene, and I'm not optimistic that WoW will Blizzard will end up working this into a state like old school RuneScape, because like I will say that there is something to WoW Classic, like the concept of it, like an open world sandbox MMO that people keep trying to make them over the years, and they do a bad job of it, like Black Desert Online. What's that other one? Arcade, that was the one. Like they keep trying to make it and they don't work, and like WoW Classic is like a good thing. Oh yeah, this is what people like or whatever, like a much more like innocent time or whatever in game design. But at the same time, like it was a much more innocent time in game design, right? Like it was a time when people didn't realize like how important quality of life is, and like the more like people hadn't figured out the genre really, like they didn't know like what would make things like last long term and stuff like that. So I unless Blizzard changes their mind and says that they're going to update that game over time or something like that, I do not see this having long legs. I don't think Blizzard cares about that. I think they just want the money that they're getting right now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a bummer, because I've talked about this before on the show, but I think like archival of MMOs is a really cool idea, because like every time an expansion comes out for a game, it completely changes, right? Like for MMOs, like they become a different game basically.
I mean, like I only know like very basic stuff, but I know that the big one was how like Cataclysm happened for WoW.
Yeah,
and that,
exactly.
Like changed the entire world, and like that's like you're right that them having WoW Classic up as a thing is good and kind of important for archival, but I don't think it should be treated as like this. Oh my god, I can't believe it! World of Warcraft Classic.
Yeah, like the thing, like, because it's nice to see an official version of this, basically, like, because private servers for MMOs exist, and those usually are running off of old builds and stuff like that. Like you can find a Wrath of the Lich King private server, you can find a Burning Crusade private server, you can find a Cataclysm server. Like you can find all of these servers online that aren't legal, and they always get shut down, if they get too big and stuff like that. And so it's nice to see something like that, but like the way that Blizzard has been handling this whole thing, I don't think that they're going to go any further with this. Like I genuinely believe that they are just doing this because it's like, this is the easy cash grab that we can do right now. Like we're at peak WoW nostalgia, it's 15 years this year. This is the 15th anniversary or whatever. Like everyone's going to believe that, oh, no, WoW used to be so much better. It wasn't, by the way.
Yeah.
Like it really wasn't. But yeah, like I'm not saying like, oh, if you're having fun with this, fuck you. Like have your fun. Just like I think you deserve better. That's what I think. Like,
yeah.
The idea that this is just like I'm glad this is included in the WoW sub, but like it's just not. I don't it's too old, The early 2000s are a real grim period of gaming, I've come to realize recently, like, and the more that we go back and like examine it, it's just like, man, this is not good. Like early 3D was just a real rough time.
Super weird.
It is super weird. There's a Blizzard thing, right? There's another Blizzard thing.
Yes, there is.
I'm sorry to keep us on this endless train of transitions, but
no, it's okay. It's fine. So there was a leak, and it was a very scary leak, and we all got real wrapped up into this one for like a day or two. It was like this mass hysteria event on Twitter. Like we were all really stupid. I was really stupid. I'm not gonna say that my hands are clean here, but I'm gonna explain what went down. So, there was a leak on Amazon of an Overwatch Switch case, and that all but confirms that Overwatch is coming to Switch, which is not that crazy of an idea. Like, of course, they're going to put Overwatch on Switch. And There's probably going to be a direct like next week or something like that, so they're going to announce it there. It's gonna happen. But I guess there was a just completely baseless, just random 4chan leak that got posted. That was just someone saying there's going to be a new character added to Smash Bros. That is a female character that nobody would have guessed and nobody wants. And so we all just like we saw the Overwatch leak, and then some people started to post that, and then everyone just started going, "Wait, is it Tracer? Oh no, they're gonna put Tracer in Smash Bros. Nobody wants this. Oh, that would suck, because it would suck."
I'm still in this thing where I believe that could happen, unfortunately. Like, I genuinely believe that could happen.
So, I'm, like, there's still a little bit of fear in me, but there's a couple of, like, good leakers, like your Sabis, your Vergibens, that are saying that it's not happening, which does release some of the fear for me, but it's so fucking scary. It is so scary to think of. I don't want Tracer in Smash Bros. I know that like some people are trying to argue like, but it would be there wasn't a female rep for DLC. There would be an extremely canon lesbian character. Look, I get that, but it's fucking Overwatch. We have to do better.
Here's the thing. Fucking even then, like fucking what's her name? Corrin is literally more tangible lesbian representation than Tracer.
Yeah, like I know people are gonna argue like, well, A, she's bi, and B, it's really limited, but like at least it's actually in her game. You know? It's and if we're gonna keep going with leaks that people posted, then they're gonna fucking kill Tracer's girlfriend anyway, so I don't want her anywhere near Smash Brothers.
It's amazing how much everyone has turned on Overwatch. I just want to say, like, I've thought about it, like, constantly. Like, I can't think of another game where everyone turned on it so hard.
Oh, yeah. No, I was thinking about this, like, when these, like, rumors started, I was like, we really fucking hate Overwatch. Like, wow. Like, if we said this, like, a year and a half ago, like I would have been like, yeah, Tracer, okay, yeah, put her in Smash. But like now, I'm just like, oh fuck, oh, no, no. It's so weird. It's like upsetting. It's sad, but at the same time, it's just like it's fucking Blizzard's fault. It's Blizzard just fucking up and doing all this awful shit. You can't do anything right.
I really wonder. I've been thinking about this the more like I see how every aspect of Blizzard has been, like, really fucking bad. And, like, listen, Blizzard has been bad for years. Even before they got bought by Activision, they were bad. Like, I like Wrath of the Lich King, but, like, and Diablo 3 is a good game, but you can't deny, like, tons of things around, like, everything that they've done in the last, like, 15 years even has been bad. Like, it's always been, like, dipped in this, like, ugh. But I really do wonder how much of it is Activision, because, I mean, you've seen, like, so many of the leadership figures in Blizzard leave over the last, like, few years, and, like, Activision is Activision. Hearts, you know what? I'm going to blame it on Hearthstone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blame it on Hearthstone, because that's their, like, big, like, we need to make money off this. We need to make money off this thing. Yeah. It's sad. I guess, like, with Overwatch, it's just, like, people get worn down by loot boxes. Imagine that. And, like, everything else in that game. People still like Halo. I don't know, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. It's upsetting. I'm, you know, I just don't want Tracer in Smash Bros. Like, I posted this on Twitter, but it is so funny that, like, 2 months ago, I would have been like, anyone but a Fire Emblem character, but now that I've played Three Houses, I'm like, man, I would play as that.
Cool.
I would play as Edelgard. I would play as Byleth. Alright. Like, alright. I want to use that whip sword. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Would it be cooler than the chainsaw sword that
yes.
Corrin has?
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking, yes, it would be.
I think I would rather have Edelgard just because she has an axe. Like, legitimately, like, I think that would be really good. And she does magic, too, so, you know, it'd be fun.
Yeah,
good
that
mix.
Could be interesting. I would want to see what they do differently. I mean, the problem would be for Edelgard, like, I'd be fine with it, but I feel like for Byleth would have just a completely different moveset, like very, very different. Edelgard would be something, but I also feel like she'd be a lot like Robin, even if she does have an axe. Like, I think she would still kind of be like Robin, if just like superimposed onto Smash Bros. I don't know. Maybe you know more than I do.
I'm trying to think. I guess like the thing with Byleth is just like it's just like a whip sword is just sort of like yeah, it's cool, but
it whips ass.
It's still half of it would be a sword, you know? Like they would definitely make the compromise that it half functions as a sword, and I don't want more sword people. I think Axe would be cool because she could play like Ike, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
Heavy. Make her just throw out all of the other Black Eagles when she goes out to fight. Like she just fucking throws Ferdinand at someone. Bernie appears behind her and shoots an arrow.
Sure. I'm game.
Yeah. Is that all our news? Do we have more?
We have a little bit more.
More? Okay.
Two more things. So there was a yacht club direct.
Oh yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean it was like 10-15 minutes. It wasn't anything crazy. They just announced some stuff. They showed some like gameplay for the King Knight expansion, which looks really good. They talked about how they're actually going to like re-release Shovel Knight in physical and at retail in December, because that's when King Knight is going to be done. They talked more about Shovel Knight Showdown, which is like their like little Smash Bros thing with all the characters. They announced that Mona, the sorceress lady from Plague Knight's expansion, is going to be playable in that, so that's cool. And, you know, they just kind of just went over some of that stuff. They were like, oh, hey, we have a board game on Kickstarter. It's like, okay, I don't know about that. There's too many fucking board games, but maybe that one's fun. I don't know.
Man, I don't get the appeal of these board games. I really don't. I'm going to be real with you. Like, I can see the appeal of a board game. I'm not crazy. Like, I'll play a board game, sure. But, like, Shovel Knight? The board game?
I have no idea. This is a fucking
Dark
Bloodborne
Souls?
board game.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that?
It's a Doom board game. What the hell do you do in a Doom board game?
Like, like the games where it makes sense for me is like strategy games, maybe even on like turn-based RPG, possibly. Like I heard the Ruibi one is good.
Really?
I have, yeah. Shockingly, I've heard that it was shockingly good. Was specifically what they said.
You know which one I have played that I actually really like? It's not a board game per se, but there's a Binding of Isaac card game.
Oh, yeah. And you like that?
I liked it. I don't really care about Isaac, but I had a good time playing that card game. It was a well-made, like, little, like, it's just, like, you pick your character and you have, like every turn you draw an item card and that affects the state of the game, and then you just, like, fight bosses from the game, and then I think it's, like, you have to collect, like, 5 boss souls or something, and then, like, you can steal them, you can do different things based on the cards that you draw and the bosses that you kill, and you know it was neat. It was a little weird to understand at first, but once you got the hang of it, it was fun.
All right, then they can be good, I guess.
They can be good.
There's so many, and it's just like, why? Like, that's the thing that gets me, is it's just like, what's spawning this? It's just like...
Because more and more people are going to game stores, or going to conventions, or just, like, having their big nerdy meetups at, like, someone's apartment.
I guess. It just feels like very startup culture to me in a way that I do not like.
It kind of is, but... I mean, I think if it's just, like, a game studio, I bet the Shovel Knight people are just like, yeah, we love Shovel Knight, we want to make a board game. Like, I'm not going to get upset at that. But, like, Bethesda making a Doom 2016 board game is just like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But the last thing that they announced during this Yacht Club Direct, or whatever they called it, was a new Shovel Knight game called Shovel Knight Dig. They are not making it. It is being made by Nightrome, who made Bomb Chicken. I don't really know their games.
Fucking Bomb Chicken.
I don't really know their games, but it looks pretty good. It seems like they're kind of basic, like, you know, you play a Shovel Knight, and it's about, like, digging down into dungeons, so it seems like it's going to be a little bit like SteamWorld Dig or Spelunky or something like that, and just, you know, just about collecting treasure, having a little adventure, and it looks more like a Genesis game or something. Yeah, like, it looks like a Genesis game.
It really looks like SteamWorld Dig, like, super hardcore, and I'm into that, because I like SteamWorld Dig.
Mm-hmm. it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know too much
Yeah.
about it, but yeah, like I like the idea of like Shovel Knight is this cameo character. He is in every other indie game, so at this point they're just like, if you come to us with a good idea for a Shovel Knight game, we will let you use Shovel Knight. Like, just go ahead and use Shovel Knight for your game. Like, that is really cool of them. So yeah, I'm interested to see more of Shovel Knight Dig. I definitely want to try it because Shovel Knight is good. And oh yeah, another like little thing that they announced too that I almost forgot. A while ago, I guess they added the ability in Shovel Knight to like change your body type.
Yeah.
So like you could play as like a femme Shovel Knight or like change Shield Knight to be masculine. But then also you can just give them the whatever pronouns you want too. So like even if you're using like the femme body for Shovel Knight, you can still use he him pronouns. But also they have added they them. They just added that. So you can just mix and match whatever you want it to be. So that is really nice of them to do that just in general. Like and they've also added a bunch of cheats and just a bunch of other fun little things for Shovel Knight. I don't know if they're going to be added like now or if they're coming with King Knight, but they're just continuing to work on that game. I guess they're not even working on a new game yet. Like they're still finishing Shovel Knight because after King of Cards, they still have to finish Showdown. They still have to finish their fighting game because that's still going to be in Shovel Knight. That is not a separate game. That is a Shovel Knight game.
We will
So
be in 2024 and they will still be making Shovel Knight stuff in the same game.
yeah, they will still be releasing free updates to Shovel Knight that are like the size of another game.
At this point, how are they affording it? That's what's getting me, is
I
this
have
like
no
all of this stuff is
idea.
crazy. Did Shovel Knight really sell that much?
They must have. I mean, they're a completely independent publisher. They're just paying themselves. They're not like giving themselves gigantic bonuses. I guess this is just like, hey, I guess this just goes to show what the games industry would be like if
Yeah.
there weren't money grubbing CEOs, you know?
God.
Yeah. And then the last bit of news, speaking of money grubbing CEOs, we did it. We got all the news chained together.
Perfect. We did it really
yeah,
good this time,
we
I
did.
think. Yeah.
We did. So Telltale is quote unquote coming back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a company called LCG Entertainment has bought the rights to Telltale's name and some of their properties. It sounds like they're going to be like grabbing stuff like Wolf Among Us and Batman and like Puzzle Agent and stuff like that. They're also looking for some other expired stuff, maybe like I don't know, but they're not. They explicitly said that they are not going to make more Walking Dead. That is owned by Skybound now, so they are just not touching that. They said that they have not announced anything for Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Minecraft. And they said that that Stranger Things game that got canceled is definitely not happening because the rights were reverted back to Netflix. So there's that news, which that sounds like nice in theory, but here's the kicker. They aren't just straight up hiring the old Telltale devs. They said they are offering the old Telltale devs that got laid off freelance roles with full-time positions in the future, which just means that they want to have these people on with low pay and no benefits.
What a bunch of nice guys.
Sounds like
fucking
crap.
It's only fitting, right, at this point that Telltale like continues in this way.
Yeah, it's real rough. I mean, the class action against the original executives isn't even done, so it really feels like trying to put a new heart in a corpse here. It's really rough. There's already like people from old Telltale just being like, yeah, this sounds like bullshit. They're all really worried. I don't know. I think there are some people that are like looking at this and being like, maybe I'll go back, but I'm still worried. And like, this would all be so much better if LCG would just give people actual contracts and actual work and didn't just have them be working on freelance. That is their problem. They are skimping these people by. They are not treating them right. And like that is the issue here. So, if things change, if they do end up actually treating these people correctly, that would be one thing.
They themselves said that they were doing this, right? The freelance thing. They themselves announced this.
Yes.
That's fucking insane to me. Like, that they would even say that. Like, that implies to me that these people legitimately think that they're doing, like, a service, which is so gross. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I would say don't touch it.
Yeah, definitely don't. I feel like I end up saying this constantly, and I feel bad, but, like, I feel like in this case, like, if you do really want to play a Telltale game, do not buy it. Legitimately. Do not buy it. Like, straight up.
There are LPs out there.
Like, it is really not responsible to do that, I don't think, because anyone who is getting that money is not someone who deserves it.
Well, that does it for the news. I guess we can move on to what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Rose, what have you been playing lately?
Ooh, I've been playing a couple things. I'll say start off to continue off. Last time I was on the podcast, I said that I was trying to play Xenoblade Chronicles on the DS, 3DS, and I continued to, and I still am. That game's wild for the time. I want to say I think it's absolutely crazy that Nintendo did not want to localize it. Really, like it is. I'm not very far into it, but structurally, like, I mean, you and I love Xenoblade Chronicles too. Like,
oh, absolutely,
they're very structurally similar, and like, I think that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like probably one of my favorite JRPG formats. Like in terms of how it's set up and everything, like the gameplay and like exploring and stuff's really good. Like. Exact same with Xenoblade Chronicles, and the idea that they were like, oh no, why would we put this out on the Wii that has an install base of like 250 million? Why would we do that? Like, but anyways, the port's still pretty rough, I will say. I'm impressed that they were able to fit it on there, but something that was really funny to me when I was playing it is, so Shulk has the future sight thing, right? Like that's his whole thing.
His down B, if you will.
Yes. I didn't know that they keep like extending it into other parts of gameplay. Like, so like one of the core gameplay conceits in the game is like after a certain point, basically Shulk can see like boss enemies or like large enemies are about to do an attack that's going to kill someone. You have 10 seconds to stop it because you see it happen in the future or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And it like makes this cool like combo thing or whatever. And every time you do it, it's like, we can change the future. And I'm like, yes. But they extended it to the like stupid side quest gathering stuff where like if you haven't picked up a quest and you walk over like a fucking, I don't know, butterfly cocoon or something, it'll just cut to a cutscene of Shulk in the future going, there's the 5th butterfly cocoon. I need to turn that into Jamie at the camp. And it's like cuts back and it goes, Ryan goes like, you should keep that then. Like the like it's the specificity of that like thing and like working that into such a mechanical way is just really funny to me. But yeah, I think it's good. I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is better so far. Maybe I'll change my mind as it goes on, but I think just the characters feel a lot less stiff in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like they have a lot more going on to them, whereas like it's very much like Shulk wants to get revenge for the thing, and Ryan is his best buddy, and who joins the party? Someone who wants to protect her brother, and it's like very, classic JRPG style stuff, whereas like I really appreciated like how ragtag Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was, like just like everyone being like, yeah, sure, I like you, you're cool, all right, let's go. Like it's cool. But yeah, I'm pretty into it. I kind of wish that I had started. So I had like I kind of wish I had done this in Dolphin, because I've every time I'm looking up screenshots to show someone I'm talking to about like Xenoblade, all the screenshots are from Dolphin, and it's like in 1080p or whatever, and you can like see the sky and stuff, and I'm like, oh, like,
oh, if only
I made a mistake. But it's like perfectly serviceable. Like once you get used to it, it's totally fine. I think the only complaint I have with the game so far is that the side quests are way more annoying than Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or X. Like, there's a lot of it where it's just like, because of how that game was so like rough and early in terms of open world games, honestly. Like there's like certain quests that are like, you have to kill 2 enemies or whatever, but they'll only spawn 1 enemy in an area or whatever. So you'll have to like fast travel back and then walk back to the area for it to respawn. And that's kind of annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm watching X-Files while I'm playing it. So
sure.
But it's pretty good. I recommend it if you ever want to play it, John. Wait for a Switch port probably, because I bet one will happen someday.
Still waiting for that Switch port of X.
Yeah. I really hope for that. Playing this is making me want to replay X, because I really think X is great. I'm going on a trip later this month, and I'm planning on bringing my Wii U to finally play Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
That's a good one. There. That's a really good one.
And I was throwing the idea of like, well, once I finish Tokyo Mirage Sessions, what if I play Xenoblade X again? Because it's a really good game.
Just do me a favor and buy a copy of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and then like.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say, then really publicly talk about how you bought Tokyo Mirage Sessions, so that way Nintendo,
so
like
that they make it
a week later, just goes, "Hey, we're porting it to the Switch."
Yeah, no, I have my my girlfriend's copy of it, and she just her girlfriend, it was going on. I'm sorry to go like this feels like that meme where it's like, oh yeah, my wife's boyfriend or whatever, but my girlfriend's girlfriend really wants to play it now. And she's like, "Oh, can you play it so that you can send it back to me, or whatever?" So that's my incentive to play it, because they've gotten like super into Fire Emblem now with 3 Houses coming out.
I have a copy that like is just sitting on my shelf because I'm just sitting on it.
It's a good game from what I've heard. Speaking of Fire Emblem, how's your Fire Emblem going? We're good at transitions this episode.
Yeah,
fuck yeah, just working like bam.
I'm playing it really slowly because again,
yeah, I feel like most people I know were like, there were a couple people who were like wild animals and finished it in like 3 days or something.
Yeah,
and then,
I'm taking
most of the other
time.
people I know. Yeah,
but I am still really enjoying it.
Good. I'm glad that you ended up enjoying it. I really am.
As am I. I'm just I'm just glad that it. I'm really enjoying just watching the progress of my students. I love to just and it's also just really enthralling watching them like kind of just really gradually choose what they want to be and then help them do it. Like I really loved something that I really liked was in the Black Eagles, what's the short blue haired boy's name?
Caspar.
Caspar, yes. His personality's kind of generic, but I just really liked like having him in battles, and like at first his whole thing is just axes, but then he like I think his secondary was the like gauntlets, the punches,
brawling. Yeah.
And as time went on, it just felt really natural for him to be using the gauntlets more. And as time went on, he like stopped using the axes, and like I was kind of making those choices, but it just felt so natural. And then eventually he like came up to me in class and was just like, I just want to be a brawler. I don't want to use axes anymore. I want to focus just on brawling. And I was like, that just like I felt like a guidance counselor. I was just like, that feels natural for you. Yeah, you should focus on brawling. Yeah, that should be what your thing is. You are good at that. Yeah. That should be your thing.
When that hits, it works really well, but sometimes you end up getting the things where it's like, for example, I had Edelgard set up to be magic and swords because I wanted to make her into that super class later on or whatever. And she came up to me and was like, I keep working on magic and swords, but I really think I should be working on magic and swords. And it's like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Yeah, you should. It's like, I absolutely like it when stuff like that happens, because that happened to me with Petra or whatever, where it was like, I had made Petra into a brawler, and girls can't do any of the brawler classes, as I later realized. So I started to switch her off, but she was like, no, I just really like punching. And I was like, okay, Petra, you know what? We'll keep you as a puncher. I'm sorry. We'll keep you, okay? Like, it's a really good,
that is
tonally
good
for the setup.
But yeah, and then there's some times where like fucking Linhardt is like, I just want to do combat magic. I don't want to do healing. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, you're the only person here who does healing. You shut the fuck up and keep healing. Like, shut up. So, like, he's just doing a mix of like dark and light magic or whatever, and like that's fine. But I'm just like, dude, like sometimes I'm just like, no, you are not doing that. You cannot follow your dreams. Shut up.
Wow. What do you think of the supports, by the way? Because I think they're the best part of that game. I don't know how many you've gotten at this point.
I don't think I've gotten enough to like really dig into it, but I like it. I'm just not like I'm not like flipping out like I feel like a lot of people are. I just think they're okay. But also I haven't gotten that far. So
yeah, you'll see as Caspar and Linhardt Linhardt keeps making fun of Caspar for being tiny, and Caspar's like, you need to teach me how to fight tall guys. And Linhardt's like, that's impossible. Tall people always have the advantage. It's like, what?
Is Caspar just going to be that guy from that Twitter post where he's just going to be like, I'm a little boy, I'm a little birthday boy?
Yes. Yeah, basically. Exactly. Hearing that in his voice now. Hey, I'm just a little boy.
I'm just a little birthday boy. Leave me alone.
One of my favorite ones is Caspar and Hubert. Hubert goes up to Caspar and is like, Caspar, you keep yelling in the middle of battle all the time. I saw that every time you do an attack. And he's just like, jeez, I'm sorry, but it's really cool.
Hubert's just like, everyone's going to block all your moves and you're going to die. And you're going to get someone else killed because they're going to hear you scream and they're going to be like, what was that?
And Caspar's like, jeez.
I like Caspar. Caspar's like...
I like all of them.
Yeah, like I like all of Black Eagles. They're all really great. Yeah, that's how I feel about Fire Emblem. But then my problem is that I picked up another game.
Oh, yeah?
I got Astral Chain.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I've only had it for a little bit. I ended up having to go... I mean, I had some homework to do, so there was that. But then also, when I went to go pick it up, I accidentally pre-ordered it at the wrong Best Buy, so I had to drive like 20 minutes out of the way to go pick it up.
Oh, no.
So that was my bad. But I did pick it up, and it's all good. I only played a little bit of it. It's good, but I need to get like used to it.
Sure, it seemed like that from the way that combat's set up, right? Like with stands or whatever.
It's super weird. So I guess to explain, for those of you who do not know, Astral Chain is a game where you play as this like experimental cop who has a sibling, and both of you get inducted into this like secret part of the police called like Neuron or something like that. I think it's Neuron. And you basically just get stands, and you get to do all kinds of cool stuff with your stand. Like you summon it, and then it will attack with you. But they're like attached to you with a chain, and you can actually use the chain in combat. Like if you wrap the chain around an enemy and then like finish the loop, they'll get like tied down for a second. If an enemy charges at you, you can like you could like stretch the chain out, and then they can run into the chain, and then they'll bounce off of it, so you could just like knock them over. And I mean that's kind of as deep as it gets, which that's kind of basic, but it still feels pretty okay. This isn't like Bayonetta levels of deep. This isn't. I don't know. This is definitely not like. I don't even think it's as deep as like Nier Automata. It's pretty basic combat, but it's still really fun, and I think like the world is more what this is about, because you get to do a little bit of detective work. Like if you see someone doing a so for example, one of the first things that I've been able to do is, it was really basic and it's stupid, but there was a dude like talking about doing a drug deal on the phone, but he's not going to want to talk if you're right next to him. So what you do is you send out your they're called legions. I'm not just going to keep calling them stands. You send out your legion, and then you have the legion stand near the guy to like listen in on his phone call, and then like
you're not gonna call them stands, but they stand there, huh?
shh. They go over to the guy and listen in on the phone call, and then when they have enough evidence of this dude like having a drug deal, then you can just wrap the chain around him and arrest him. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, like they're just being able to go around in the world and like do patrols. You can even like pick up trash, and that gives you like bonuses. It's cute. It's a cute game. It's got a really nice world to it, and that I think is its strong point. A lot of reviewers are talking about it, and I agree. Like I haven't gotten very far. I'm like an hour in, if that. But something that is very apparent and really weird about the game is that like your character is nothing. Like you get to create your own character, and like the neat thing is that you know whatever you do with your character, it kind of reflects on your sibling. It's mostly skin tone. But I do kind of I do like the wait no I don't think she never mind. They do like you have like a father figure in the game, but like you're adopted, so that way it's like oh yeah, like you don't have to worry about like any skin tone explanation or whatever. It's just like yeah, you were adopted, so whatever. But your character is just grunts. They don't respond to anything that people talk to them. Like there's a scene early on where like your dad is also like the commander of the unit, and there's a point where he's like you two are going to agree to not cause any trouble, right? And then like your sibling like starts arguing about it, and he's like I want to hear from both of you that you won't cause trouble. And then eventually she goes yes sir, but you don't say anything because you don't talk. Like so it's just like it's so weird. But then it's like it's not like they're not voiced, because like depending on which one you pick, like the guy or the girl, they're fully voiced. So it's not like they didn't have the voice actor there; they just didn't have them record.
That's weird.
Yeah, like because it is the same voice actor, like doing the grunts and all that. It's really bizarre. I guess they just didn't want to write more dialogue for the main character or something. But yeah, like I mean, like I haven't gotten far enough for there to really be any character development. But I guess like all the character development is just with your sibling, not with you.
That's really weird, because like Platinum's whole thing is writing really stupid dialogue, right? Like you think like Revengeance, like Nier, like I mean that's not necessarily them in those cases, but like Bayonetta and Wonderful 101, great examples of that. Like the whole thing with those is like the banter that or whatever, or like the stupid shit that Bayonetta says to someone and then she kills them. Like
I haven't gotten into anything that stupid. Like the closest thing to that is when I was listening into the guy with the drug deal. He was straight up just like, "No, listen, you know what we're gonna do tonight, right? The drugs, the illegal drugs. You're gonna come by and pick up the illegal drugs."
wow.
Like that's as far as it's gotten, but you know, again, I'm not that far in. We will see how dumb this game gets, because it is. I'm in like the beginning section of the game. They are just setting up the story. Like the story is that like these evil entities are opening up like portals to their universe and dragging people in and like corrupting people and turning them into monsters. So you have to like fight them off and like stop anyone from turning into the monster. You know, pretty basic stuff so far. It's yeah, but then my other complaint too is that like I personally don't like how the controller was set up at first, because it's like the attack is on the right trigger, and then dodge is on B, and then like sending out the legion.
That's like
sending out the legion is on left trigger, and then if you hold down left trigger, you can move the legion around, or you can just lock onto something and then shoot the legion out at it by like just tapping left trigger again. It's really weird though, but I changed it to like you can't just remap everything, which sucks. But there is one that I made it to be like I made or right trigger be dodge and then like Y attack, but then the thing that I don't like about that one is that B then retracts, like that puts away your legion. So that's just like a really weird button to put that on.
Yeah.
it's like the buttons are just really weird, and I'm like having to get used to it, and I don't know. It's really weird. I would say probably if you're into platinum games like that, I would say probably switch to 3. I think it's like controller setup 3, and then like right at the beginning, so you don't get used to it. It's really strange how that is set up. I kept like pressing Y when I was because I was like, and then I would just get like I would get hit, and then I keep trying to dodge, and I would just get hit, and it was really really frustrating. Like I would keep tapping right trigger, being like dodge like in Bayonetta, but then I would just get, and I'm like fuck, like it's really weird. It's really really weird. But I don't know. I could see myself being really into this game. I just need to get used to the combat because it's not deep, but it's also just like because of the way the buttons are set up, I have to like get used to it again because it's not like how Platinum usually sets up their combat.
Yeah, that seems definitely interesting.
Mm.
I bet it will pan out. I'm sure it will pan out. Maybe not like amazing, but I'm sure at least good.
Yeah. That's what I've been playing.
Nice.
What else have you been playing, Rose?
So I did just pick up this week's releases in games. I got Control last night.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm a big Remedy fan.
As am I, so yeah.
Yeah. This game is I hope this doesn't deter you, because every time I describe something like this, you're always like, oh, I know to stay far away. But it really feels like Remedy watched Twin Peaks The Return, specifically, and was like, oh, we love this.
Sure.
And then made a game about SCPs.
Yeah?
So basically, I don't want to get too far into spoiling this game at all.
Mm.
I don't even know what I could spoil because it's so surrealist at this point that I'm at. But it is fantastic. The writing for that game is incredible. The something that I've always loved about Remedy that other studios don't seem to know how to do is that they fundamentally understand that cinematography is a very important thing even in games. The framing of a scene is something that should exist. Like they do a really good job of setting up conversations and stuff to be engaging, like with different like camera shots and stuff like that, instead of like what most people do, which is the classic, Mass Effect style, like standing still talking to each other or whatever. Yeah. They do a really good job. Like there's this bit where you're basically doing what would be like something like that in Mass Effect, where you can talk to like a scientist woman or whatever about like lore, as it were. Mm-hmm. And it's like just this room with this big like meeting table or whatever, and you're just both sitting at the end of it or whatever, like right next to each other on the diagonal, and you're just talking to each other or whatever, and just like the way it like cuts around the room as they're talking and stuff like that is like really really good. It makes it so much more engaging. It feels like watching a movie, but at the same time the part of it that's a game like integrates so well with that. And like I wish there were more games like this, I guess. Like, that was something that I saw when I opened it up. It's like, man, it's been a long time since Alan Wake. Like, but yeah, it's basically an SCP game. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but it's...
I did not know that, and that makes me, like, real... So, I know there's all this talk that it runs really poorly on the original PS4. Do you have the original PS4, or do you have a Pro?
I am playing it on the Pro because my roommate has one. So I don't know. It's running completely fine on the Pro. I'll probably try it on the PS4 at some point.
Yeah, because I was just hearing all those horror stories, and I mean, obviously, I knew that you were talking about getting Control, so that's like why I went for Astral Chain first.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to cover bases, but I'm absolutely going to play Control. But you talking about it being an SCP game,
let me tell you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, there's so many lore pickups, like, like collectibles or whatever that you read. Like, how Alan Wake had the little manuscript pages or whatever you pick up and read?
Oh, I know of the manuscript pages.
There's like 50 times more. And they're all like fucking pages from like scientists or whatever, or like internal memos for this fucking nightmare building that are all like classified and have like parts like stripped out with like covered in black tape or whatever and stuff like that. And like, so like you have like a bunch of stuff that's like, there was an incident in Havana where members of the US embassy blacked out or whatever, like Mark. And then it goes, luckily no one was hurt with blacked out or whatever. And then it goes, except for one lone cowboy boot or whatever. And like, it's all like written like that. And it's like, what the fuck does this mean? And, to give you a really good example of what I mean about it being an SCP game, so you get different powers in that game, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the powers come from objects of power that they've contained in this building. The first one you get that gives you telekinesis is a floppy disk that contains Soviet-era nuke codes that just inexplicably lets you like pick things up and throw them.
Great.
Like, it's just a lot of shit like that. Like, the first thing you get is a gun or whatever, and they're like, this gun has been known by many things over the years. It was Excalibur, it was like all this other stuff. It's just like, it's literally like playing an SCP game, but like super high budget. There's a ton of effort put in. There's like FMV skits, because it's Remedy, like all the time. They even integrate like FMV in the gameplay. Like sometimes in the middle of a cutscene, like it'll just cut to FMV instead in a really cool way. It's a great game.
I gotta pick this shit up. Fuck.
It's really good. I really recommend it. Like I'm very happy with it. I've only played like 2 hours of it, I think, so far, but I'm like dying to play more because it's really good. Like the combat is like, it's pretty standard. It's a little more fast paced than Alan Wake, but it still has the same sort of methodical, like you want to plan what you're doing. But
sure.
Like, and they have like kind of the same, like, you know, like shine the flashlight thing, but like it's a lot more aggressive. Instead of just shine the flashlight to destroy the shield, it's like pick up a generator and throw it at someone and it will blow up and stuff. It's very satisfying. All of the like gun and everything is satisfying. The gun works like Mass Effect 1 guns where you don't have to reload it. Yeah. So I'm super into it so far. I love reading literally all of the stuff that pops up. I love bumping into a radio when it just plays fucking licensed music because it's Remedy. I'm really loving it. I think it's great. I'm super stoked. Like, I'm glad. The performances of everyone so far have been really good. Like, it really nails like the Twin Peaks: The Return. I know you probably don't know what that means. I don't even know how I would describe it to you, but it really feels like they really just watched Twin Peaks: The Return. Like, oh yeah, this is great for our SCP game. Yeah, like it's really cool. If you're out there and you like weird games, and if you like maybe Alan Wake or SCP or something like that, then seriously check it out because I'm fucking having a blast. And the only other thing that I've been playing is I haven't really been playing it that much. I played it for like an hour. I started up Destiny for the first time since like December. Every MMO has this problem, okay? I want to start by saying this, where you go in after a certain amount of time and you're horrified because you have to play the catch-up game, right? Where it's like, oh, how do I catch up? Destiny tried to make it seem like they did a good job of it because basically when you start up the game or whatever for the first time since whatever the last season started, they play a video that tells you how to get caught up, basically, which is at first you're like, oh, this is neat, right? Like, oh, cool. They're like telling me what to do. But the information that they have is like wrong because they have constantly changed it over the last like 2 months or whatever since before that thing started. So like they were telling me like, oh, go on a treasure hunt and do this to get caught up or whatever. You go to the thing. That thing didn't exist for me anymore. Like they had removed it because there was another event running at the same time. And then there was another event running at the same time. And then there were also like 7 different notifications telling me to do all this different stuff all around. And it was like the most overwhelming thing in the world. And then I saw that they changed their microtransaction stuff. I don't know if you'd seen that. But I don't like that very much.
Oh, yeah, no.
I guess it's good that they removed the whole like loot boxes. Like that's good. That doesn't exist anymore, I guess. But like, like, did you ever play Apex Legends?
No, I did not.
Okay, so do you know how much like the guns cost in Apex Legends? No. Like the gun skins, $20. I'm not even joking.
That's a lot.
$20 for a fucking gun skin. Destiny's basically gotten to that point. it's not that bad. It's like still like $8 or something, but it's still like $8 for a skin in a game. Like, I'll never understand that personally. But they are doing like a couple. They're doing a couple interesting stuff with the new expansion that's at least making me optimistic. Where like, so when the new expansion starts, they're just bumping everyone's level up. Their like gear level or whatever to be the same. Everyone will have the same one at launch.
Okay.
So that's, which is good. No other game has done that, as far as I know. But that's good because it means like, oh yeah, the expansion comes out, you can just play. You don't have to play some stupid catch-up game or whatever to get to like whatever item level 700 or whatever the fuck. You can just dive right in. And the second good thing that they're doing is that they used to sell a season pass or whatever, and that was how you got basically into a year of Destiny content. Now they're basically just selling every 3 months you buy a $10 DLC basically.
Okay.
So it's like a light sub, but that is so much better than last time. What they just did is you had to pay $30 along with Forsaken. Like, you're buying Forsaken for $40 and you're buying the season pass for $30 to get in on that. And you didn't even know what the content was going to be. You didn't know if you were going to like the content or not, right? Like, but this time it's like, oh yeah, you can buy them. You buy them all individually, basically. So like, that's really good because I play the Destiny with my girlfriend Robin all the time. We played Forsaken together and the launch game together and stuff like that. And like, but we stop playing like at times, and then sometimes we just randomly pick it up. So that's really good if, say, like, oh yeah, we want to play it when Shadowkeep comes out. We play that or whatever, and we go through that first season. But then we don't want to play the next season or whatever, and then we want to play the next one. So we just buy the new next one or whatever. Like, I really like that. So it's like, oh yeah, I don't have to feel obligated. It's like basically like a light sub. Like, it's basically like a better way of doing a sub for an MMO, I guess. It's like how Final Fantasy says they want it to be. Because with Final Fantasy 14, they always saying like, oh yeah, no, you can play whenever you want. Like, we encourage you to take breaks. But like, there's a lot of things in that game where they don't encourage you to take breaks, basically. Whereas this legitimately seems like, oh yeah, you could just take a break. And I'm happy that Bungie doesn't work with Activision anymore, recently.
Yeah.
Because this never would have happened. What are your thoughts on Destiny, John? I'm sorry for going off on a little Destiny rant.
I have no thoughts on Destiny.
No?
None at all.
Did you ever have... What about Halo?
I like Halo.
Okay.
I like Halo a lot, actually.
Would you have rather that Destiny never existed and they just kept making Halo?
I mean...
I'm ignoring the politics of the real life world.
I mean, it kind of just... like, even ignoring all of that, I mean, it mostly just depends on if Bungie would want to keep doing that. If they did, then yes, I would be fine with that. I would love that, actually, but, you know, I'm just more for what they're interested in and what they want to do. Yeah.
I see, my hope is, like, now that they're away from Activision, that when they make whatever the fuck Destiny 3 is going to be, I hope that they make that from the ground up, like, a really good game, because this one has definitely grown into a better game. Like, when I played this when Forsaken came out, I was, like, really happy with it. I was like, wow, they really fixed up what was wrong with Destiny 2. But my hope is that when Destiny 3 comes out, it starts good. Because I think I would be really into Bungie actually getting to take their time and make whatever game they want. Because there is the inkling of a really good game in that world. Like a fantastic, like one of the best of all times. But I don't think it's been able to reach that, mostly because of Activision intervention.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I mean, the Jason Schreier stuff that... went around like years ago or whatever about like, hey, if Bungie doesn't release Destiny 2 this year or whatever, they get fucked or whatever. Like, and the same thing happened with Destiny 1 where that game had to be like restarted and everything because of Activision. And I'd be very into, especially because they've been getting a lot better about like how they're integrating. Because do you remember the thing with the lore in Destiny 1, how bad it was?
I mean, I know that like none of it was actually in the game.
Yeah, so even 2 was like that at launch, but as they've gotten like after Forsaken came out, they started integrating it into the game and like doing a lot better stuff with it. So I'm actually like really into I expect them when they get like to make Destiny 3, like I think it would legitimately probably have a good main story for once. Which is That's good, because I really do like when Destiny hits, it hits like really good, in my opinion. Like it hits the same highs that Halo did. It's just like there are plenty of missions in Destiny that are like, oh, this is a Halo mission, like straight up. Like this just plays like Halo. It's great. Like I'm riding on a fucking truck and I'm doing cool stuff. Like, but yeah, right now I am waiting for the expansion to come out, because nothing is scarier than going into an MMO right before an expansion starts. Let me tell you.
Oh, I bet.
Like, when you haven't been playing for a while and, like, everyone around you is, like, way stronger than you, and, like, it's like, oh, it's so scary. It's so scary. Like, they moved so many men around, John. In the place, they just moved so many men around. I didn't know where they were. It was scary.
The men are hiding from you, Rose.
They literally were. One was hiding in a basement. But yeah, that's about what I've been playing.
All right.
Thinking about.
Okay. Well, that should do it. Other than questions, should we move on to questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think that's everything.
Yeah. If you want to send in a question, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, and we will answer your question. Like this. Harlequin Wheels asks, Wheels has 2 questions this week, because he sent one last week we couldn't answer, and then he sent one this week. So we'll start off, and then we'll end with Wheels. There you go. We got a Wheel sandwich this week. First off, then, Wheels, which weapon, magic, philosophy, or type of horse would you major in if you went to Fire Emblem school?
Type of horse?
Which type of horse would you major in Fire Emblem school?
What was Seabiscuit?
I don't think that's a type of horse.
I just like, what's a type of horse? Like, do they mean like Wyvern or whatever?
Yeah, like Wyvern
okay.
or regular horse or like Pegasus Knight or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
I really like the punching.
Okay, you'd be
Three Houses.
You'd be a punch lady.
Those animations are so cool.
They are,
but also like I do like just like swords. Mm-hmm. It's very boring, but I do like swords.
Sure. I would want to do fucking like I just want to be like a magic user. I would want to just do like combo dark light magic. I want to do healing but also hurting. That's what I want to do.
Robin.
Yeah, I just want to be Robin basically. That's the shit I do like. Let's see here. Anonymous asks, this is a big one. With the decade coming to a close and with the new console generation on the horizon, it's fun to look back at what this era for video games has been like. There are obvious negatives, like the rise of microtransactions and loot boxes. There are some things that have changed for the better in the past decade. Or what are some things that have changed for the better in the past decade? I personally see the 2010s as the decades where indie games finally flourished, and the tools to make and distribute great games are now thankfully widely available. That is true. It is a good time to make video games right now, I think. Well, indie games right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is starting to... The path to it becoming a good time to make video games in general, I think, is starting. So, I think like even just mentioning like, hey, there are legitimate, really concrete conversations about unionizing. That is a positive. I think that just overall games have just been really, really good and have been consistently good, and you know, I also think that the conversation around games has only gotten better.
As bad as I would say things started out with like Mass Effect and such at the beginning of the decade, the fact that being gay in a video game is more normal now is nice.
Yeah.
Like it's been, if it's a AAA game, it's pretty ham-fisted, but as like the asker said, like indie games, like, and just like stuff like that, like stuff like Heaven Will Be Mine being out there and, you know, getting big and stuff like that. Like that wouldn't have happened before the 2010s, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I think just like, I think as odd as this would be to say, given the things that I say most of the times, coverage for game has gotten better. Mm-hmm. Across the board, like at least smaller things are being covered more often. Legitimate critiques are being given more of a place instead of straight up advertisement most of the time.
Yeah.
Certainly better than the days of Nintendo Power, at least.
No matter how much I do like Nintendo Power.
Hey, no, you can like Nintendo Power. They definitely do some good features, but
I know what it is.
I think, what's something else? Aesthetics in games have gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I would say. Like, absolutely. Like people have been way more experimental in a way that they would not have been in the mid-2000s. And that definitely comes with getting to grappling terms with, like, the default is 3D now, right? Like the default is like 3D, whereas like the 2000s was like, even though that was the default, it was still pretty rough. And like the way that people are able to like go beyond that 3D, like I mean, a good example is like Persona 5's great UI and stuff like that. Like the way that like people are able to blend aesthetics beyond just like, oh, this game has colors in it, it's not just brown, is really nice to see.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Shulis asks, if you could make an MTV2 video mod, what song would you pick and which video game characters would sing it?
What's an MTV2 video mod?
Oh, Rose.
Oh, no.
Oh, my sweet summer child. There was a TV show on MTV2 called MTV2 Video Mods, where it was basically just machinima AMVs, where they used I guess they asked the fucking developers to make music videos for songs with the actual like models. So I guess it would be like I guess you could just use like Source Filmmaker for that now, which I feel like nobody would waste their time doing that because you could make so much money just drawing characters fucking with Source Filmmaker. So, you know, I just if you're so inclined, I guess
MMD.
you could just have them sing. Yeah. But there's some real bangers. I'll link you the Half-Life 2 one. I think is probably the best one.
Okay.
But so I guess to give an example, I would just like do like some fucking like shitty like hair metal song and just have like the characters from Guilty Gear sing it. Just have
that'd be good. Yeah.
Soul Bad Guy,
like
just,
Faith No More or whatever.
No, like hair metal. I'm talking like fucking.
Oh, okay.
Like I want Axl Low doing fucking Panama. That's what I want. Sure. What about you, Rose? What do you want?
I'm Not Okay by MCR, sung by Edelgard and Hubert. I think that'd be good.
God, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm shocked I haven't seen any MMD shit. Because, like, you know MMDs, right? You've seen like, I haven't seen any yet of Edelgard, though. Like, you'd think that would be everywhere right now. Yes. Like, I'm seeing Ferdinand before that.
Well, I guess people are working on it.
It's just like the Pokemon stuff was instant. You remember that? Like,
yeah.
Fucking, you saw How doing fucking Gangnam Style, like, immediately.
We sure did. All right. This question's just for John, I guess. Anonymous asks, do you think Travis's daughter and divorce will be featured or elaborated upon more prominently in No More Heroes 3? I don't think he's divorced yet. I think that if he makes it out of No More Heroes 3 married, I'm going to be really disappointed.
You want it to happen mid-game, like a divorce happens mid-game? Yes, he has to go file the papers?
I want him to be in the middle of a boss fight while Sylvia hands him the papers. That's what needs to happen. His daughter, I think I think he has 2 kids. I think he has like a son and a daughter. I don't remember. But he definitely has a daughter, and in the DLC where they talk about her, she is a VTuber. She plays a VTuber.
Oh, wow.
So she'll probably be in that game a lot. I bet she'll be like just, you know, like maybe like relaying information to you or something as like a VTuber. There was an interview not that long ago with Suda where he talked a little bit more about the game. It wasn't really anything too crazy, but he did say that like the Henshin transformation is something that's like a part of the game. I'm gonna guess that's probably gonna be like I don't know if you played No More Heroes 2, right?
No.
Okay. Well, in 2...
Wait. Some.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you remember the tiger mode in 2, where he just like goes like superpower kind of. Yeah, like I could see that just being like a meter that fills up.
Yeah.
And you know Suda keeps saying that like the boss fights are going to be Thanos level threats every boss, which is pretty fucking funny. I don't know. I'm ready to see what that game is. Also, he said that like the No More Heroes 1 and 2 thing that people keep asking for is like definitely going to happen. The thing that they're talking about right now is they're trying to figure out if they should just like put those games out again, they should just like port them, or if they're going to full on remaster them. That's like the conversation that's going on right now. Which
I want them to full on remastered. If I'm being honest
same
with
here.
You.
Like if I'm going to drop that money, which of course I'm going to drop that money, but if I'm going to drop that money, I want it to be remaster. You charge me $60 for that shit. I'll pay $60 for a remaster of 1 and 2. Especially 1. Yeah. One needs to be retooled.
One needs help.
One needs help. 2 is good. 1 needs a little help, but not that much. It needs some polish. That game needs some spit shine. You spit. That's all you need. You need to spit shine that game. Make it look a little better. Make it look like 3. If they made those games look like 3, because that trailer was gorgeous. They just need to make it look like 3 already looks. Anonymous asks, "What's your take on these mysterious tweets Markiplier has been making?" There is
what?
There is no context. I did look up Markiplier's Twitter. I did not see any tweets. It was just him talking about going to Korea. I guess he has family in Korea. There was one weird tweet where it seemed like he was like asking for forgiveness for something, and he was like, "I'm escaping. I'm going out of country." But then, like right afterwards, it was just like, "Oh, I'm just going to Korea to see family." I was kidding. So I guess that's what the tweet is. It's just him making dumb jokes about going to Korea.
He didn't even say I'm kidding. I'm looking at this. He just said like, "Please remember me for who I was and not what I've become." Like what?
Is it Darkiplier? Did Darkiplier go to Korea? Not him?
Darkiplier. You know what? I think he's finally gone in. He's in bed with the LA gangs now.
Oh fuck!
That's what I think. I think like
they've
we're gonna,
partnered.
like he escaped or whatever, and it's gonna come up on the news or whatever that like the LA gangs did something.
Just in general.
And they're gonna be like, with the backing of influential YouTuber Markiplier.
God.
The LA gangs have stolen the copper from people's walls or whatever to combine all the flyer posts. God. You've seen that one, right? The copper wire one?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's good.
Anonymous asks, if you went to Duel Academy, what would your card crush be?
What?
I don't know, maybe I should have...
Oh, from GX?
Yes. If you recall, there's an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where they all admit to what like monster they have a crush on. I'm trying to remember which ones it was. I think one of them says that like they have a crush on Dion Keto, the Cure Master. It's just like this old lady. And then I remember Bastion.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, but I think Bastion said that he was into like some little girl character because he's a fucking freak.
Oh.
And I think just like, what's the fucking little guy's name? I don't fucking remember his name. Smallman.
Oh, hell if I know.
Yeah, he was just...
Smallman, that was
yeah,
it.
he just said Dark Magician Girl, so he's fucking basic. Anyway, I don't even have to think about it. Mine's Vampire Sucker, no question.
I was kind of going to say the same thing, because I really liked Vampire Sucker from what you've shown me. Like, her shoes are so cool.
Her shoes are so... She's got a cool fucking hat. She's like sitting on a... She's sitting on a mushroom? I'm gonna check. Hang on. Hang on. Ugh, okay, that's me opening up my cards. Hang on. I gotta look at her. Where is she? Here she is.
Oh, wait. Maybe I'll pick Toon Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight.
Is there a Toon version of that?
Yep.
The fuck?
I'm looking these up. Sky Striker Ace.
Ooh,
what the hell is
Sky
that?
Strikers are cool. They're I'm actually making that deck. They are like it's I think it might just be one girl in like a bunch of different outfits, but she's just like in a bunch of like mecha that do a bunch of different things, and they're all like different attributes and shit. It's a cool deck. It's all
right.
The deck is just based around spells. Like that deck is just the 3 copies of the one card, and then like fucking 20 spells, and that's like all it is.
All right,
it's really cool.
Hey,
so yeah,
that sounds cool.
Go for Ray.
Yeah, I'll go for that one.
Sky Striker Ray. There you go. I approve.
I like the different... I forgot it. You told me about these. The Magician Girls that are different fruits or whatever.
Yeah, like Apple Magician Girl.
Yeah, those are good.
Did you just look up like cute top 10 cutest Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something?
No, I was looking up all the ones that I could remember you telling me about.
Okay.
Basically. And then I saw like Apple Magician Girl. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I searched Fruit Magician Girl. And I'll be honest, something scary could have come up. It could have been Magical Senpai or something, you know? Like,
fucking stay safe. No, we got to be careful talking about this. This is the wrong podcast. We can't be giving this. We can't be giving this to the people for free. You know, this is Patreon content.
You're right. Yeah, Magical Senpai sure is.
Yeah, it's bad. There you go. That's the Patreon exclusive content right there.
That's the different versions on the Patreon. Right? They have like.
Wormghoul asks.
I thought that was a Yu-Gi-Oh girl you were going to show me.
No, not yet.
That's a good name. I won't say that. It's a good name.
Also, this person's avatar is Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. But Wormghoul asks, and this is also kind of a bit of news, would you trust Duke Nukem to officiate your wedding? Which,
Yeah, all right.
this is asked because John St. John just announced he is an ordained minister.
I would trust him, sure.
I mean, why not? I don't know if I would have him do the Duke voice, because...
Listen, what if you had him role play, okay, he's doing the Duke voice, he has to role play Duke Nukem being sad that he's not the one getting married.
Damn.
While he's marrying you. He's like, you're both so beautiful here.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, baby.
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
All the babes in the world, and I could never find true love.
Yeah, see, like, this is great. Like, that sounds good to me.
I'm getting a little misty-eyed doing this. I don't like it. I hope Duke finds love someday.
Well, you can if you set up a role play situation for this, like, you can have him meet someone at the end or whatever.
It'd be lovely, yeah. Like at the end, like during the wedding, he's like, he's cutting loose. And then there's like a lady over at the other end. She's looking at him and like winking a little bit, and he's like, "Ooh, still, I still got it, baby." He like tries to do a little bit of like the dumb Duke shit, but she's not playing with that. She brushes off the like, "Hey, I'm Duke Nukem. I got a big dick," like all his, shit. And he's just like, "Damn, I can't get in. Usually that works." And then he just starts like actually opening up and maybe tells her about how he feels about the world and his future, and things just change, and he feels a little more comfortable about himself. Again, getting a little misty-eyed. I need to stop.
Don't shed your tears for Duke.
No, I won't. Don't worry. Let's see here. Anonymous asks, we all know how John feels about the Olive Garden, but how does he feel about Buca di Beppo?
What?
I have never been to a Buca di Beppo. I just know that it is the funniest named restaurant of all time.
I've never heard of this in my life.
What
is Buca di Beppo?
It's another Italian place.
Italian restaurant?
Yeah, it is an Italian restaurant.
All right. I like I said before last time we were talking about Olive Garden. I don't know any of these things because my family's Italian. They just made the food.
Like, my family is Italian too, but like sometimes we would just be like, "Man, I want some fucking breadsticks." So you just go to Olive Garden. That's why you go there. I don't know. I've never been to Buca di Beppo. If I'm gonna hang on, I'm gonna look up. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see. Okay, Google, where is the nearest Buca di Beppo? Okay, there is one like 10 miles away from me.
10 miles for Buca di Beppo, though.
Yeah, I don't need Buca di Beppo that bad. I really don't need it that bad.
I think the nearest one for me is Boston, apparently.
Also, yes, for those of you that pay close attention, I did get a new phone. I am not an iPhone user.
Yeah, it's not Siri anymore.
Yeah, I'm not an iPhone user anymore. So there you go. Yeah, I've never had it. Just it is an extremely funny name. Maybe someday. I mean, if they want to give me a gift card, which Olive Garden won't. All right. If someone from
you'll change allegiances.
If Buca di Beppo listens to this and they're like, "Hold on, the garden isn't setting John up with a gift card after all these years of service, after they've been following him for like 4 years." They haven't set him up with a gift card for like a fucking soup salad and breadsticks. That's all I want. That's like, what, $7? Come on. Like, just send me a $10 gift card so that way I can fucking get the soup salad and breadsticks and then leave the tip with your money, and then I'll give them a tip for my money too. That's what I'll fucking do. And Buca di Beppo, you can fucking do that. Send me a $10 Buca di Beppo gift card if you can hear that, and then I will do that, and then I'll make sure that I'll tip the waiter twice. That's what I'll do. Buca di Beppo. My DMs are open. I just want to keep saying Buca di Beppo.
Buca di Beppo. Buca di Beppo.
Buca di Beppo.
Oh.
All right, last question. Thank you so much for sending in questions. If you want to sound like all these fine folks, and if you want to talk about Buca di Beppo, send a question to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Harlequin Wheels asks, when playing with a regular controller, do you control both the triggers and bumpers with your index finger, or do you have your middle finger over the triggers? Also, thoughts on click L3 to sprint versus hold X to sprint. For me, I am an index finger for both person. I know that that's probably a little less quick, but it's just more comfortable that way.
I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm. And I also prefer click L3 to sprint over hold X. But the worst possible thing is when it is click and hold L3 to sprint. That shit fucking sucks. And I think Astral Chain has that. So, again, Platinum, you're normally really good. I don't know what your deal is with this game.
I will say that I prefer hold X, but what I really prefer is no sprinting at all. I think that we should reverse the way that society has tricked us into believing games should be, and we should by default move at the fastest speed, and we should choose to toggle whether to be slower or not. That's what I think.
You know what game has that? Tales of Vesperia, and that is good. Except the funny thing is that in Tales of Vesperia the like walking speed is like so slow it's disgusting. So there's zero reason to do it. Like it's like I wouldn't even if you're trying to do some like RP walk shit. You're gonna want to die if you do that for like less than a second. So there's no reason to do it, but they still give you that option. They still do it for no reason.
That's what it should be. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. I've had many discussions with my friends when we play online games. That's like Destiny, for example. Like, you know what's good in Halo? Didn't sprint. I like Halo Reach because they made sprinting an ability that you had to pick up or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was like a choice, a conscious choice. I don't want to be dragged into the optimal way of playing is to just hold this fucking button down. It's
Absolutely.
Stupid.
I agree. All right, well, that will do it. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Rose, thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, of course.
It's a great time. And, of course, at VGCC is our Twitter. VideoGameChuchu.tumblr.com is our Tumblr. Our Patreon is patreon.com/VGCC. Go ahead and donate. Just for $3, you get early access to everything we do, and you also get to vote on which animes Rose and I, and also Trixie, and also LV will watch on Chuchugatsu Unlimited Trainworks. We're already watching one of the shows that was voted on. We're watching Erased, so that was voted on by our fans. So you can do that too if you just give us $3 a month. We also got episode 3 of Spyro up there, which that might be up there for a hot minute. We're kind of still figuring out the like schedule for all that, so there might be a hot minute between episodes. But once we get in the correct process, it should be fine. But it's okay. We're still working on some other stuff. There's still more content that is still being worked on right now that will be added to this rotation. And we're not going to raise the price after that. It's just $3 for everything. So come on down, $3, you get all this stuff. And thank you to Magic Circus /Melt Channel for the use of our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to more, it is meltchannel.bandcamp.com and Magic Circuit on Spotify. Also, come join our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight to us, and you can hang out with us and you can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. You can talk about your card crush, as long as it's not a creepy one. I will know, because I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. You can't get past me. But if you just want to talk about Vampire Sucker in a non-sexual way, this is not a 69 episode. We can talk about how cute she is, but keep it PG-13. All right.
I mean
we were fine tonight. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying for anyone coming in, just watch it. All right. We got to be good for the advertisers. Buca de Beppo is not going to associate with us.
Yeah, Buca de Beppo is going to change their mind about their warmth. They're warming up to us right now. And
Buca de Beppo is going to hear about that, and they're going to be like, we're Buca de Beppo, not Buca de Boobs, all right? Back off.
They're going to be like, vampire sucking what?
What?
Oh my god.
Penises? What?
No.
No, they're supposed to be sucking blood, not cum. All right, we got to end this podcast.
Yeah, Jesus.
I have to end right now. Okay. All right. We will be back next week. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to be torn off the airwaves.
We're taking off, yeah.
We'll potentially be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.